Voyagers, a sci-fi thriller directed by Neil Berger, who also directed two movies that I would consider to be some of my favorites, which are Limitless and The Illusionist. And if I'm not wrong, I think it's been a while since he's actually directed a film. But this film stars Ty Sheridan, Lily Rose Depp, Fionn Whitehead, and Colin Farrell. So Voyagers is about a crew of astronauts on a multi-generational mission that descends into paranoia and madness as they revert to and experience their normal human instincts for the first time. So I have to admit, I was pretty interested in this film when I initially saw the trailers. Plus, I just tend to enjoy movies that surround humanity trying to survive by exploring the universe. But this movie takes place in 2063, and the idea is that Earth has become too hot and diseases have really begun to ravage the population. And the plan is to send a generation of teenagers to another planet that will take 86 years to travel to, and the current generation on the ship has to reproduce so their grandchildren will actually be able to reach the planet. I actually had very mild expectations for this film though. Even after seeing the trailers, I still wasn't completely sold on what seemed to be the basic premise of the film, but now after watching it, it was okay. But let me start off by saying that the movie is beautiful. It has that really cool futuristic everything's white feel, the one that everyone seems to go for when they want to portray some sort of futuristic vibe. And even the setup for the whole premise of the film is laid out pretty clearly. As a viewer, we land exactly where we need to be to follow along with the story and understand exactly what's going on in Act 1 when everything starts. Even in the second act, once the challenges the characters have to face are revealed, we are still at a pretty interesting point in the film. But soon after, this is where things start to take a turn and it becomes your typical sci-fi thriller for the most part. And I guarantee that most audiences are probably going to know where this film is going within like the first 25 minutes of the film. And for me, this sort of took away from the movie mainly my expectations I had for it, because I could just see it from a mile away. It just amounted to so little after introducing such interesting concepts in the beginning. I mean, it's very interesting how we get there, but once we're there, meaning sort of the big twist of the film, as viewers, we know that we've been here many times before, and I truly found that aspect to be a little disappointing. But the overall performances here were really good, and Fionn Whitehead is kind of starting to fall into that typecasted realm a little to me. That Peter Green, Jack Gleason, Christopher McDonald category. Great actor though, but he's just the guy you get these days if you really need someone to play an asshole, because he just does it so well. And honestly, that's a real compliment. I mean, I always say that I think an actor is really good at their performance when someone can see them in real life and be pissed at them because of a role they played in a movie or a series. And I truly feel like Fionn Whitehead has the potential to experience that in real life if he hasn't already. I mean, hopefully it's not threatening or life-threatening or anything like that, but I could just feel like he could get that sort of that Lord Joffrey feel from Game of Thrones, like where people just start to really dislike you. Also, Ty Sheridan brought his normal kind of quiet, eccentric male Kristen Stewart performance to the table as well. And I really like Ty Sheridan, by the way. I'm just sort of picking on him, alongside some decent performances from Colin Farrell and Lily Rose. So I'm giving Voyagers a 7.5 out of 10. It's actually a pretty decent movie, and the concepts and perspectives they depict in the film are definitely thought-provoking. But ultimately, it feels like a sci-fi flick you've seen or probably seen a million times before. But if that's what you were looking for or expecting, then that's exactly what you'll get from this film. And Voyagers will be available this Friday in theaters. Also, thank you to the beautiful people at Lionsgate for providing me with an early screener. I really appreciate it. But there you have it. If you enjoyed the content, you know what to do. Thank you for watching.